Does Donald Trump deserve a Nobel Prize? Donald Trump, you either hate him or you love him. There's no ignoring him. Why does the Nobel Peace Prize matter? And why have so many leaders across the world nominated Trump for it? Let's rewind to Trump's first presidency. First, the Abraham Accords. Israel signed peace agreements with the UAE, Bahrain, Sudan, and Morocco. Unprecedented breakthroughs in a region long defined by hostility. Critics called them transactional, pointing to weapons deals and backroom incentives. But the accords remain intact, outliving the skeptics and proving that peace, even imperfect, was possible. Second, North Korea. Trump broke history by walking across the DMZ to meet Kim Jong-un. That single handshake cooled nuclear tensions that had been on the brink. Critics dismissed it as a photo op, but no missiles flew while diplomacy was alive. Third, the fall of ISIS. Trump accelerated the final push that wiped ISIS off the map as a territorial force. Fourth, NATO. By demanding allies pay their fair share, he left NATO stronger, better funded, and more balanced. And fifth, the retreat from endless wars. While the Afghanistan withdrawal under Biden was chaotic, the original decision to end the US's longest war was Trump's 2020 Doha agreement with the Taliban. So how does someone win a Nobel Peace Prize?
The Norwegian Nobel Committee has decided to award the Nobel Peace Prize.
Nominations come from world leaders, academics, and past laureates. The Norwegian Nobel Committee deliberates in secret. Months of research and debate lead to shortlisting, with the final announcement made in October. It's slow, deliberate, and yes, political. Now, let's look at just a few months of Trump's second presidency. January 19th, 2025. Hamas hostage release. 3 Israelis, Emily Damari, Romy Gonen, and Doron Steinbrecher, were freed after US-led talks in Qatar. Trump's threats of economic and military consequences forced Hamas into a ceasefire. His direct calls with Israeli and Qatari leaders secured a rapid resolution. High-stakes diplomacy, executed with precision. India-Pakistan. A terrorist attack in Kashmir killed 26. India launched missile strikes. Pakistan retaliated. The region teetered on war. Trump stepped in, pressed both sides, and by May 10th secured a ceasefire. Talks followed on May 12th. 2 nuclear-armed nations pulled back from the brink. Israel hit Iranian nuclear sites. Iran fired back. 12 days of war. Trump announced a phased 24-hour ceasefire posted directly on Truth Social, coordinated through calls and Qatar's mediation. By June 25th, the ceasefire held. The region stabilized. A border clash over the Priya Vihar temple killed 43 and displaced 300,000. Trump used economic leverage and direct calls to leaders. On July 28th, he secured a ceasefire with ASEAN monitors ensuring compliance. August 8th, 2025. Armenia, Azerbaijan. Trump hosted leaders and finalized a peace deal, creating the Trump Route corridor to Nakhchivan. This ended decades of conflict and opened new economic ties. August 15 to 18th, 2025. Trump met Putin in Alaska, making headway toward ending the war. Days later, he hosted Zelensky at the White House alongside Macron, Starmer, Meloni, and other European leaders. No other leader has convened all these players at one table. Piece by piece, Trump has turned hostilities into dialogue, crises into negotiation, and war zones into peace tables, all within less than a year back in office. Critics argue Trump's style is abrasive, his rhetoric inflammatory, his persona unfit for a prize meant to honor moral vision. But the Nobel has never required sainthood. Yasser Arafat won. Henry Kissinger won. Barack Obama won, largely for projected impact. By that standard, Trump's tangible results, halting conflicts, freeing hostages, and convening world leaders, are undeniable. So why the delay? Why hasn't the Nobel Committee recognized the man who in less than a year has steered crises from Gaza to Kashmir, from Nagorno-Karabakh to Ukraine, away from destruction and toward dialogue? Does Donald Trump deserve a Nobel Peace Prize? The world is still waiting for an answer.